Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. This is so adorable. This is what a PG MotoGP event looks like. These kids race on literal mini bikes in hopes of becoming the next Johnny Blaze. Okay, maybe I can think of a better kid-friendly role model. This was the moment a farmer in California drove his pickup truck that was loaded with dirt into a levee breach in order to prevent his crops from flooding. This is a really cool slow-motion close-up of a snakebird repositioning its catch to be swallowed in a position that prevents the fins from triggering its gag reflex. In real time, this entire process takes a brief 1.25 seconds. These behemoths are the Cecropia moth, North America's largest moth, and their life's goal is to breed and reproduce all under 14 days, after which they die from lack of energy. Thing is, this species is completely incapable of feeding due to its lack of functional mouth parts. This hard photo of a street musician was taken as he awaited a court ruling while sitting between two police officers in Russia. This clip got me sweating for a second. It looks like a fireworks show gone wrong until you realize it's all part of the show. It looks like something Mushu from Milan would pull. Man, I miss this nostalgic era of traditional 2D animation. This quirky short was Disney's first animated film to be released in full Technicolor in 1932, winning Walt Disney his first Academy Award. In case you've ever wondered just how strong shark teeth are, here's a visual example. This custom cutting knife is made of naturally serrated shark teeth. And look how it just effortlessly rips through muscle. A drone captured this footage of an American freight train practically slithering through the Mojave Desert owing to its enormous length, measuring up to 4,000 feet. I just thought this picture of an Ojibwe Native American paddling a traditional birch bark canoe in 1908 looked cool. An ancient Roman bathhouse has recently been unearthed by a group of archaeologists in Turkey and is believed to have belonged to an elite ruling class family during the late Roman era. I had no idea rock shed tunnels were a thing, but this footage recorded during a massive landslide in Taiwan highlights their importance in hilly regions. Thankfully, no one was injured. This clip demonstrates the high level of accuracy, skill, and control required by disc golfers to obtain a perfect long-distance throw. Bro momentarily abandons his work post just to fanboy over his goat taking a free kick, turning his head at exactly the perfect moment. Totally worth it. This time-lapse of a 48-hour snowstorm recorded during the blizzard of 2016 is extremely satisfying to watch. Her cardistry skills are so advanced it looks like she's got 3 hands. How do people even begin to learn this? It looks almost supernatural. I fear this is what happens when you put all your points in dexterity. This is refractography, a highly experimental photographic technique that visualizes abstract light patterns without the use of a conventional camera lens. I just discovered this silenced shotgun and I am now very obsessed. Now what you're about to hear is extremely sexy and might have you creaming your pants, so be careful. This jaw-dropping view from a bench in Oceansea, Switzerland has to be a top 5 bleed-out spot for me. This is the type of stuff a chiropractor would do and swear is perfectly safe for you. This is Japanese martial artist Minahori performing a board-breaking demonstration. A 15-year-old boy survived a cobra bite after receiving a whopping 76 bottles of anti-snake venom injections in just 2 hours. All of these empty vials were what was required to save one boy from one bite. I hate snakes, man. This is how beer and other supplies are delivered to the Müllerhütte, a mountain hut located in the Stubai Alps on the border between Italy and Austria. The Müllerhütte is situated at an altitude of 3,145 meters and is known for its challenging access, often requiring glacier crossings and alpine gear. Did you know that cheetahs don't roar, but actually meow like house cats? This is the iconic Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue at the Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park in Bali, Indonesia. The towering statue of Vishnu riding Garuda is one of the tallest monumental statues in the world, standing at over 120 meters high. The way this alligator snapping turtle hunts is very unique. It has a specialized pink worm-like appendage on its tongue and wiggles it to mimic a small worm, luring unsuspecting fish to swim close to or into the turtle's mouth where the trap is sprung. A pilot spent 50 minutes on a call with Lockheed Martin engineers trying to fix his jet's hydraulics. They couldn't do it, so he ejected from the plane and it plunged to the ground. This is Hallgrímskirkja, a prominent Lutheran parish church in Reykjavik, Iceland, and a major tourist attraction. Captured in 2017 during the wedding of Heather and David Mosher, this photo tells a poignant story. Despite her struggle with advanced breast cancer, Heather summoned the strength to marry the love of her life just 18 hours prior to her passing. Her final words were the vows she shared with her husband. The Castle Bravo test was the largest ever U.S. nuclear test on March 1st, 1954, at Bikini Atoll, part of Operation Castle, which involved detonating a thermonuclear bomb called Shrimp. It resulted in a 15-megaton explosion, far exceeding the predicted yield and causing a massive amount of radioactive fallout, including ashy snow, that contaminated nearby islands and exposed residents to dangerous radiation levels. This is the grave of Gene Simmers, a United States soldier and Vietnam veteran who passed away in 2022. Here is a close-up of the solitary, secretive, silent, and incredibly cute wild lynx. There's no way this guy's a dangerous dangerous predator. I mean, when was the last time you even saw a lynx near a single bottle of baby oil? Ostriches eat stones to aid digestion because they have no teeth and cannot chew their food. The swallowed stones, called gastroliths, are stored in their muscular gizzard, where they grind up tough plant matter, seeds, and other food items, making it easier to digest. So you could call them stoneheads? A dragonfly larva landed on some dude's backpack before it started to molt and hatch into a dragonfly. A dragonfly molts by crawling out of the water onto vegetation and shedding its nymphal exoskeleton, which splits open to allow the adult to emerge and inflate its wings with body fluids. The new adult, called a teneral, then hardens its body and wings over several hours before it can fly and acquire its adult coloration. These are trilobite beetles, a type of net-winged beetle that are named for their resemblance to ancient extinct trilobites. I don't even know what to say about this, so I'll just leave it up to you guys. Best caption gets a shout out in a future video. This is what happens when a sandstorm rolls in after a snowstorm, aka a recipe for a cursed sand-flavored tiramisu. Watch as this dolphin perfectly replicates Cristiano Ronaldo's famous overhead kick with a command. This might look reckless, but it's perfectly okay. This wildlife officer had to use a shotgun to free two deer whose antlers have become locked together. Having their antlers locked can be a dangerous situation for the deer, as they can become exhausted and vulnerable to predators or starvation if unable to separate. So this type of intervention is sometimes necessary to save the animals. This is the first recorded footage of an ii engaging in rhinotelexis, which is a fancy way of saying nose picking. At least 12 primates are known to do this, including humans. Someone drew a bunch of static images on a wall so that as the train moves, it appears as though it's being animated. This spider is in the final stages of a cordyceps fungal infection, trying to reach the highest point so the fungus can fruit and spread its spores. The reticulated python is recognized as the world's longest snake species, usually between 10 to 20 feet long and the third heaviest. It is a non-venomous constrictor, meaning it kills its prey by coiling around them and suffocating them before swallowing them whole. And some psychopaths keep them as pets, good God. Eric Morales Guevara, nicknamed El Marino Loco, became infamous for humiliating cartel members by dressing them as women and forcing stage photos before releasing or exposing them. This brave 9-year-old boy stopped a runaway van, and in doing so, prevented a major accident in the UK. Cheers, mate. I bid you more crumpets for your tea, good sir. Meet the Scottish midge, the most feared animal in the UK. They are tiny, blood-feeding female midges that use small teeth, not a needle, to bite skin to extract blood needed for their egg production. Unlike mosquitoes, they don't carry diseases, but their bites can cause intense itching and irritation. This is Taylor Mole, an American singer and model known for having chimerism, a rare genetic condition which means Taylor carries two sets of DNA, bloodstreams, and immune systems within her body, stemming from the fusion of fraternal twin eggs in the womb. Basically, she absorbed her twin while in the womb. The visible line down the center of her torso with two different skin tones is a physical manifestation of her chimerism. This is a rare close-up of the elusive golden langur, one of the only known species that actively avoids humans. The species is listed as endangered by the IUCN Red List due to various threats. What you're looking at is a hedgehog that was born without any quills. Someone called it Sonic the Flesh Hog. I laughed so hard that I snorted, farted, and accidentally texted my ex-wife Toodles, asking her to come back to me all at the same time. While preparing for the 1976 film Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro obtained a real cab driver license and worked 12 hours a day as a taxi driver for a month. You know those relatively tiny-looking contrails we see trailing behind planes? Well, this is how much larger they look up close. Contrails are line-shaped clouds formed by the exhaust of jet aircraft flying at high altitudes, where the air is very cold. The hot, moist exhaust from the engines mixes with the cold ambient air, causing the water vapor to condense and freeze into ice crystals, creating a visible trail. This little guy knows something we don't. Cooling off your nuts while eating some nuts seems like a fantabulous time. Sign me up, Chief. In the remote village of Acasias, Colombia, this nearly 300-meter-long zip line serves as the village's daily transport, just the average route my parents took while going to school back in the day. So this is incredibly insane. This massive plane, an Airbus A380, had to land sideways because of the extreme crosswinds it encountered while landing. This woman opened her door to a very unusual solicitor. It seems like Rudolph got sick of eating cookies and milk every day and decided to try something new. Thankfully, this sweet woman gladly obliged. This guy has one of the coolest jobs ever. This clip shows him using a cutting torch to sever a chain that was holding this gigantic ship as part of its launching process, ultimately releasing the ship from its moorings and allowing the vessel to slide into the water. This is the Bamboo Fountain in Chengdu, China, also known as the Tower of Life. This iconic landmark is located outside the SKP Chengdu Mall and features 6 towering bamboo-like water columns. Cigarettes in Canada have a very clear warning on each cigarette. This creature is an Asian grass lizard, easily identified by its extremely long tail, which can be several times its body length. It kind of reminds me of those wedding gowns with absurdly long veils draped behind them. This photo of a silverback gorilla undergoing a medical procedure was captured at the Miami Zoo. This is how archaeologists believe the massive statues on Easter Island were moved and put into place nearly 800 years ago. I guess it makes sense, but I had no clue their skin was actually fur and not just smooth. These shelf clouds were seen over Chesapeake Bay, Maryland. Shelf clouds, or Arcus clouds, are low wedge-shaped clouds that form along the leading edge of a thunderstorm. They form when cold, dense air from the thunderstorm downdraft spreads out along the ground as a gust front, forcing warm, moist air ahead of it upward. This rising, warm, humid air then condenses, creating the characteristic shelf-like formation attached to the base of the parent cloud. Shelf clouds signal the arrival of strong winds and a temperature drop and are typically followed by rain, so keep an eye up next time you're out and about. Japan showed off this human washing machine that can reportedly wash and dry a person in 15 minutes. This poor garbage man was the victim of an April Fool's prank pulled by a teenage boy. Yeah, bro, I'd jump too if I saw a wide-eyed teenage boy leap out from some garbage. Maybe a little traumatized too. 248 legally deceased patients are in these dewars awaiting future revival. Standing in the vast green grasslands of Mount Aso, a large active volcano located in the center of Kyushu, Japan, has to be considered some sort of therapy. The Aso grasslands, also known as the Thousand-Year Grasslands, are a unique landscape sustained over the years by a delicate balance of nature and human stewardship. This woman went to a hairdresser and uttered one word: ball. The hairdresser immediately understood the assignment and went straight to work. He also has the ability to transform you into Minecraft Steve, the literal devil, aka my wife Toodles, or even a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference. It's kind of questionable that this guy knows how to turn a person into a living ball, but okay. Two food influencers, Patrick Blackwood and Nina Santiago, narrowly escaped after a car drove into them while filming a food review in a Houston restaurant. Fortunately, they managed to escape with only a few cuts and bruises, and besides that, they're perfectly okay. Allegedly, the driver of the SUV thought the vehicle was in park and that it simply rolled into them. Regardless of whatever happened, they are both incredibly lucky. Ever wondered what the inside of a kangaroo pouch looks like? Well, now you know. This is so badass. This clip shows Princess Diana shaking hands with AIDS patients and nurses infected with AIDS without gloves to spread awareness. This was the moment a 13-year-old Magnus Carlsen seemingly got bored and started pacing mid-game while playing against Garry Kasparov in 2004. Watch as this fox absolutely embarrasses this falcon. And you know what they say: dodge me once, shame on me. Dodge me twice, I'm just not that nice. But dodge me a third time, I suck so bad it has to be a crime. This image captures their majesties King Maha Vajiralongkorn and Queen Suthida of Thailand personally piloting a royal flight aboard a Boeing 737-800 as pilot and co-pilot. For some more context, Queen Suthida was a former flight attendant and personal guard to the king, who then married him in 2019, shortly before his coronation. This time-lapse of a kitten's growth is just too cute. Did you know that kittens experience rapid growth in their first year, which is roughly equivalent to a human's first 15 years of life? Here's another time-lapse video, but this time of the growth of a salamander from a single cell. It does this through a series of well-defined stages that involve cleavage, not the fun kind, but the rapid division of cells kind, followed by the formation of a hollow ball of cells, aka blastula, followed by gastrulation, which is the development of 3 germ layers, and then finally the formation of organs. So this is insane. An Indian ambulance driver saved this monkey's life by providing CPR after it had collapsed after being chased by a pack of dogs. There is a practice of applying reflective paint to reindeer antlers in Finland as a measure implemented to enhance road safety and prevent accidents. This footage was captured from a plane that was flying over North Sentinel Island, which is home to the Sentinelese people, an uncontacted tribe known for their isolation and resistance to outside contact. The Indian government has declared the island a tribal reserve and restricts access within a specified distance to protect the Sentinelese from external diseases and to preserve their way of life. Attempts at contact with the tribe have often resulted in hostile encounters. The moment French football fans formed a giant Tibetan flag after they learned the match was rescheduled for Chinese TV. The Sphere in Las Vegas goes all grumpy and starts looking around, judging and sneering at its neighbors whenever no one books an ad on it. This little guy's a desert rain frog, and he's very angry. So here's the deal. When disturbed or handled, they emit a high-pitched squeak that resembles a squeaky toy. The rare mammatus clouds are characterized by their bulbous or sagging pockets that hang from the base of a larger cloud, often resembling udders or breasts, hence the name from the Latin word mama. They typically form an association with severe cumulonimbus clouds, often on the underside of the anvil-shaped top of the storm. So, Ukraine blew up an important Russian bridge using Moscow's own mines. This lobster living in a fish's body kind of looks like my math teacher from the 8th grade. Sorry, Ms. Simmons. So this guy was stealing a bike from a garage when the owner's friendly golden retriever came up to him. Not to stop stop him, but to ask for belly rubs. The suspect gladly obliged. This crash test shows what would happen to a human being, represented here by a crash dummy, if they put their legs on the dashboard in a car crash. Show this to that person that keeps putting their feet on the dash. Have you ever seen two elephants fight before? This behavior is common among male elephants, especially during musk, a period of heightened aggression and testosterone, where they establish dominance. This machine is used to sort Pringle ancestors from rocks. The machine lifts potatoes and soil from the ground using a share, transferring the mixture of potatoes, soil, and debris onto a series of webs or conveyors, which then zip out loose soil, and a separation unit moves the potatoes towards the back of the harvester. After separation, the clean potatoes are typically transferred to a side elevator and then into a trailer or potato box. This incredibly perfect moment was captured on camera. The exact moment this guy proposed to his girl, a volcano erupted behind them. So this is pretty scummy. A man was captured grabbing Polish tennis player Kamil Mikurzak's hat that he wanted to give to a kid, and then he quickly hides it in his wife's bag. This was the incredible moment when Sri Lankan cricket legend Mutia Muralitharan knocked a coin off a glass without tipping it. Did you know that in China you can order food while taking the high-speed rail and have it delivered to your seat when the train arrives at the next station? This clip shows the POV of what driving while distracted looks like. The view of the road is blacked out in the top right corner to demonstrate this. Fortunately, she got out of this without any serious injuries. But we all have to take road safety very seriously to avoid potentially fatal crashes altogether. Be safe out there, guys. I like how they blacked out the road when she has her hands over her eyes. Researchers have now learned to recognize the positions and poses of people indoors by using Wi-Fi signals. This system analyzes the Wi-Fi signals to create a dense pose representation, essentially mapping the human body's pose and location in 3D space. This futuristic wonderscape is the Chongqing East Railway Station, Asia's largest high-speed rail station, boasting 15 platforms and 29 tracks across 8 floors, and is a significant hub for the Chongqing-Xiamen high-speed railway. The station serves as a pilot for station-city integration, connecting multiple high-speed and metro lines to provide seamless travel within the city. Its massive scale, spanning 1.22 million square meters, roughly the size of 170 football fields, features a colossal 16,500-ton roof, with construction even employing robots for the complex engineering. In 1963, a 5-pound tuxedo cat named Felicette became the first and only cat in space. Launched by French scientists, she orbited the Earth for 15 minutes before safely returning, only to be put down for brain research. This angry little Travis Scott-looking fish is a Titan triggerfish. They are large, territorial, and surprisingly aggressive fish known for their powerful jaws, specialized teeth for crunching hard-shelled prey, and a unique trigger mechanism on their first dorsal fin. This is the average route of a Himachal Road Transport Corporation bus driver traversing a treacherous mountain road in the Himalayas in Himachal Pradesh, one of the most dangerous in India. This guy accidentally found out a spider has been using his water hose as its personal spa, and once the stream is off, he just goes back home. This feline soldier is at home among his Ukrainian comrades, heading out for war, ready to inflict intense psychological distress on his enemies by knocking down all the cups off all the enemy counters. I, for one, would never presume to challenge such a formidable foe. Did you know that this is how sesame seeds are grown? They come in a little seed sleeve. It's crazy. This is a rock, just a regular rock. This is The Rock, a small-time upcoming actor. You might have heard of him once or twice. And this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, captured after he shed some weight to portray the legendary MMA fighter Mark Kerr in a role that required a dramatic physical transformation. These are the incredibly steep steps of a section of the famous and challenging hiking trails on Mount Huashan in China, known for its perilous and narrow paths. Paths so steep, they literally need chains to keep them from falling over. This is a photo of a mother running barefoot to find her child after a school shooting in America. Ever wondered what a train passing over a track looks like? No? Well, you're going to watch it anyway. I don't know about you, but I think this track is deteriorating based on the disintegrating concrete, various gaps, and the general dilapidation shown here. Remember that guy from the last video who stole a kid's hat and everyone got mad at him about it? Well, he responded to everything with an apology, and this is it. Pause the video if you need more time. These little cuties are gray-headed albatross chicks. After fledging, they embark on a long journey at sea, living a pelagic lifestyle for 6 to 7 years before returning to their natal colony to eventually begin breeding, which they may not do for several more years. 40 years ago today, the wreck of the Titanic was found on September 1st, 1985. This is what a mechanical tomato harvester in action looks like, using an electronic sensor that helps it distinguish between the fruit and debris. This is the Jimbo Cave, a notable ice cave located in Tierra del Fuego National Park near Ushuaia, Argentina. The cave was situated within a glacier, but due to natural wear and the fragile nature of its ice structure, it unfortunately unfortunately collapsed in January 2025. Fortunately, no injuries were reported as the area had been closed off since 2021 due to safety concerns, and the collapse occurred during a heatwave warning for southern Patagonia, which likely contributed to the ice's deterioration. This is the incredibly rare melanistic fallow deer. Melanism is a genetic condition that results in an excess of dark pigment, leading to a darker than average coloration. They are very rare, with estimates suggesting less than 1% of the total deer population and possibly as few as 1 in 500,000 or even 1 in 800,000 deer. This is a photo of just a regular degular rock, the same one from earlier in the video. But if you see something else, then you have to subscribe ASAP. This is the fastest I think I have ever seen something consume a sausage. Scratch that. This is the second fastest I've ever seen a glizzy be deep-throated so viciously. The first was done by my wife Toodles.